Welcome to the podcast for Brain and Cortland in the morning on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Dylan Scott, this town's been too good to us. It's Brain and Cortland. Good morning. You know what hasn't been great to us, though? The wind.
You know, my favorite thing is when I texted you this morning and I said, can I call in cold to work instead of sick? And you said, nope, already tried it. And then I checked my phone and I realized that it's 10 degrees, but it feels like minus 10.
Yeah. We're talking wind chills this morning, 13 below in downtown Cedar Rapids right now. Temperatures across eastern Iowa in the single digits to start this morning.
Love it.
The good news is things are going to warm up from here, basically because they have to. They can't get much colder.
Don't test Mother Nature like that. What are you? Okay.
Sorry.
I'm knocking on wood.
Knocking on wood. Because Mother Nature cares if you knock on wood.
Listen, I'll do anything I can.
Mother Nature goes, I created wood, fool.
I have given up fully at this point on picking up my trash cans. My trash cans and recycling bins. It was pickup day yesterday.
Yeah.
So when I got back from work, they were already looking a little wobbly. I brought them back and I put stuff in them. Like I broke down all the boxes from like the 13 packages I've had delivered
weigh it down.
No,
yeah.
Walked out this morning and for the second time they've fallen over and cardboard is on my lawn and I said, forget it. I'll do it later. I'm just, how many times am I expected to pick them up? Come on.
We had some chairs on our porch and we hadn't quite put them away yet for the fall and winter. And they were blown off my porch yesterday. And I went, well, apparently that's a sign I need to put them away in the garage for the winter. So I went ahead and did that.
I have one in my backyard that's just been blown over for like 2 months now. And Tater just uses it to pee on. So I don't think anybody can sit on it.
I remember letting Rigby out last night before he went to bed. And the wind is just gusting in the backyard because there's no tree cover back there anymore since the derecho. And he's just like looking at me and then his face is in the wind. And he's like, what?
You know, I was leaving the gym last night. It was about, 6:45. And two of the guys from the gym were getting ready to go on a run. And I said, you guys have fun.
Good luck.
Enjoy the windburn on your face. I'll be laughing at you from the warmth of my bed.
Okay, so today, sunny and 21. But tomorrow and Friday, mostly sunny and 35. And then 46 Saturday.
Well, I know there's a bunch of like tree lighting.
53 on Sunday. Yeah.
So it needs to warm up.
A little bit. So it's at least reasonable during the evening hours. And, we're not all huddling near some open flame for warmth. Which, by the way, they have in Uptown Marion, where I'll be.
Oh, you're going to be roasting some marshmallows?
I don't believe so. I'll be keeping my fingers warm at Christmas in the Park.
Today was the first day that I broke out gloves. I was like, I can't get in the car without gloves. Unless you have one of those heated steering wheels.
And then you're fancy. And
luxurious.
You're probably not listening to us. It's Brain and Cortland at K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. One Bad Habit from Tim McGraw. Good morning. It's Brain and Cortland. And welcome to a segment we like to call What We Watched.
Let me tell you what I watched yesterday, Brain.
Okay.
I watched a new documentary. It's on Peacock. I think it arrived like 2 or 3 days ago.
Okay.
It's all about Girls Gone Wild and the history behind Girls Gone Wild and the controversial creator of Girls Gone Wild, Joe Francis. It was 3 episodes long, and it really dives into how it got its start and how it has impacted society as a whole and reality television.
Sure.
And because this is when it started, when the Girls Gone Wild DVD started, that was like a completely new thing. The internet wasn't huge yet. People weren't taking videos on their phones in 1999,
Sure.
That technology didn't exist. And so people did not realize the consequences of their actions when they were on camera at these events.
Well, of course.
And so they talked to people who were in the videos. They talked to people who worked for Joe Francis. And it is so infuriating to listen to this man speak that I almost couldn't finish the documentary. He is so unbearable as a human being and just an awful, awful person that it almost made me turn off the documentary, but I had to see how it ended because I knew it didn't end well for him.
Yeah.
And I needed to get to that part because throughout the documentary, he seems untouchable. Every lawsuit that's thrown at him, he's like, take it, lawyers. And he gets out of everything that he's done terribly, terribly wrong. And so finally at the end, there are consequences to his actions, which is like, thank God. But it took way, way too long.
So are you telling me I probably should throw out all my DVDs I bought back in the 90s?
Dude, there's lots of people who still have them.
So bad.
It's awful
Yeah.
when you think about how many underage girls are on those. 14, 15, 16. I mean, that's high school, even middle school girls who are intoxicated and being taken advantage of on cameras. And I also didn't realize that it's not just like Girls Gone Wild, woo, like flash the camera. It was like hardcore scenes in the back of a bus
Wow.
that they were filming. And unless you bought the DVDs,
Sure.
you didn't know that. It's really good, but it's going to infuriate you, especially, I think, with daughters.
Yeah, I probably won't watch that. I did finish a series. I finished a new series on Amazon Prime. It's called Cross. It's about Detective Alex Cross. You probably have heard of the character. He's in James Patterson books, and he is a police detective / lawyer.
I don't know that I've ever read any.
He's been portrayed in movies before by different actors. However, in this particular series, he's played by actor Aldous Hodge, who's fantastic, by the way.
No, don't know.
But Alex Cross is a decorated DC homicide detective and forensic psychologist, and he is on the search of a sadistic serial killer.
Oh, Aldous.
Yes.
He's good looking.
Yeah.
He's easy on the eyes.
I am completely comfortable enough to go ahead and confirm that you are indeed right.
Very clean cut.
Oh, yeah. It was a really good series. I think it's 9 episodes, each episode around 50 minutes on Amazon Prime. Also, shout out to Amazon, who didn't have enough money in their coffers, apparently, and are now making me pay $3 extra a month.
What?
To not have commercial interruption?
Oh.
Come on, man. Really?
Rude.
You don't have enough, Amazon. You don't have enough.
Wow.
That being said,
You're still paying for it.
I'm still paying for it. And I highly recommend the series if you're into police thrillers and serial killers and stuff like that.
Okay,
so
well,
it's really good.
I think I'm still logged into my friend's Prime Video. So
There you go.
I might be able to watch it.
Also, I'm really excited about the new series that came out Monday, Star Wars Skeleton Crew. It's getting a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Like finally a good Star Wars series that people want to watch.
Yes, they say
Like 1 in every 4 is.
They say it reminds a lot of people of like 80s movies like The Goonies combined with Star Wars because it involves kids.
Nice.
So
All right.
I'll have to wait and see. I want to wait till there are more episodes out
you don't
other
have to
than
wait
just
weekly.
2.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
The worst.
Thanks a lot, Disney.
Remember how things used to be back in the day?
Back when we could binge and do nothing like God intended. Sprain and Cortland at K-Hawk.
This is
Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Save it for a rainy day. Good morning, it's Sprain and Cortland. If you have yet to decorate outside, I'd save it for a warmer day.
No, don't do it now.
No, this weekend looks great if you want to still get some lights up on your home, and we encourage you to do so because then you can enter our Light Up Eastern Iowa Holiday Lights Contest.
Yes, you can. And it could end up winning you $500.
Oh, it sure could.
And that'll help pay your electric bill. See, most people, though, who go all out for their Christmas decorations, this isn't like a last minute decision. Oh, I
No.
think I'll put some stuff up. These people plan all year round and they budget for this.
Very true. No, there's a lot of planning that goes into these displays. We encourage you, if you've got one you're real proud of, take a picture using the K-Hawk app, send it to us using the app, and then you're in that drawing for up to $500, courtesy of our friends at Outlets and Marketplace Williamsburg.
And as the photos get sent in to us, they get added to a gallery in the article on our app so you can actually see the other entries that are coming in.
Yeah, and you can be like, I got them beat.
Or, oh no, I should do more.
Ooh, I need to go to the store and get some more twinkle
Maybe
lights.
next year.
Get entered for our Light Up Eastern Iowa contest now on the 98.1. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk with Keith and Days Go By. Brain and Cortland, good morning. We have Marion restaurant news. I always get a little excited when Marion adds another restaurant. This is going to be, by the way, out there along the intersections of Highways 151 and Highway 13.
I feel like that's where everything's going in Marion. It's just a bustling area.
It's a lot. Yeah, a lot of stuff is out there. You've got Pizza Ranch. You've got Jersey Mike's. You've got some new apartments out there that are have gone in within the last couple of years. And soon there will be a new location of Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers.
You know who used to love Freddy's? Bob James. He always used to talk about how much he enjoyed Freddy's, and I have still never been there before. The only one we have in the area right now is in front of Walmart on Blair's Ferry, right?
Apparently there's one on Edgewood Road, too.
Is there really?
I didn't even know that.
No, I didn't either. Clearly, I don't go over there very often.
Yeah. I don't honestly go past the one on Blair's Ferry that often. You know who else is a big fan of Freddy's is my son, Chase.
Oh.
And he's been known to stop there with a high degree of frequency. So they are going to be building at, the official address is 6001 Carlson Way in Marion. It'll be open, they think, by spring of 2025. They just broke ground on this, so it's going to be a little bit yet. But it'll have room on the inside and the outside. They'll be seating outdoors, a drive-through, and it will join Freddy's locations, 2 in Cedar Rapids. They also have restaurants in Coralville, Waterloo, and Dubuque.
Okay.
Soon to be Marion. So their burgers, if you've never had one, they're steak burgers. They're pressed thin, and then they have the crispy edges along the outside.
I do enjoy that.
Yeah, I do too. And I've had they have the shoestring, the real thin shoestring fries. They have their own Freddy's fry sauce. I feel like just restaurants now have to have their own signature sauce.
And it's usually just like a combination of 2 other sauces and like probably easy to make.
Give away the secret. Don't give it away. And so Freddy's is coming to Marion. So I'm happy about that. It's another restaurant I can check out when I'm on the east side.
East. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And their shakes are amazing too, and you can get them in what's called concrete.
Yeah, I've heard
which is
that.
even thicker.
Oh, okay. I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
So you have to use a spoon for sure.
Definitely. So,
Okay.
they've got fries, they've got tots, they've got chicken, they've got hot dogs. Freddy's has a little bit of everything, and they're coming into Marion. You can read more about their new location on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. The Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Miles on it from Kane Brown and Marshmallow. It's Braden Cortland on a Thursday morning. Something cool coming to the downtown Cedar Rapids area. If you're going to be downtown shopping, eating, just hanging out, you're going to want to take advantage of this service.
Well, here's the deal. Walking around downtown, especially if you want to go over to the Czech Village and Nubo District, in the winter, it is too cold and too far of a walk.
Yeah.
And so what the city of downtown Cedar Rapids has done is they have launched a festive holiday trolley.
Okay.
That's going to be running starting this Friday through Friday, January 31st.
Okay.
It's going to be on Fridays and Saturdays, and it'll run every 15 minutes between 5 p.m. and 11 p.m. And there are 9 trolley stops throughout the downtown and Nubo and Czech Village districts.
Okay, so
you can get around easily, and you don't have to worry about driving and parking and driving and parking and drive. It's just a pain.
Yeah. And the other thing about this is that it does not cost you anything.
No, it doesn't.
It's free.
And I would like to point this out, too. On-street parking in downtown Cedar Rapids is also free after 5 p.m. and on weekends.
Okay.
So not only is the trolley free, but you don't have to pay for parking wherever you decide to leave your car.
So, some of the stops include the Doubletree Hotel, Pickle Palace in Big Grove, the Guarantee Bank parking lot, the Public Library, the Nubo City Market, National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library. So they'll get you, if they don't get you to your specific spot,
They get you real close.
they will get you pretty darn close.
They
You're
cover
right.
all the main areas. And this is so people can support local businesses and restaurants this holiday season. You know, I see a lot of people who are like, oh, I hate trying to park downtown and walking around, and it's cold and it's miserable. It's like, here you go. Now you have no excuse.
First of all,
Just find a parking spot, hop on the trolley, and you can hit everywhere.
I want to stand up for downtown a little bit. The parking, especially when it's busy, can get a little convoluted. But
I just think there's a lot of people who don't want to park in ramps.
I think that's part of it too, and I think maybe some people haven't been downtown in a while to see how the parking situation has changed along some of the city streets. So I know we're downtown every day. We kind of take it for granted.
We may be
we're
a little
downtown.
bit biased.
Maybe a little bit. But we think it's a pretty cool place to work and eat and shop, and we want you to come down and check it out. And now take a free trolley ride.
It's awesome. I love this idea, and I love that it's a good way for people to easily support local businesses because the holiday season is like the most crucial time of year. This is when these businesses make the most money before we hit January and February when it's like nobody wants to leave their house.
That's the official sound your calendar makes when it switches to January. Check out all the details on the free trolley rides in downtown Cedar Rapids on the 98.1 K-Hawk app.
Life is full of difficult choices. Here's another one. It's This or That Thursday with Brain and Cortland on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Well, it's a very special This or That Thursday because it is the very first day of what we like to call our 12 days of, not Christmas, 12 days of questions.
Yeah, basically, we like to ask you questions about your year, and we just happen to be starting on a Thursday this time. So we're going to start with a This or That Thursday that involves cookies.
Oh, sure do like those Christmas cookies. Sugar.
All right.
We played that George Strait song yesterday, and now we're talking Christmas cookies today.
We've already done a lot with, peanut butter blossoms and sugar cookies and gingerbread. Those are all, I would say, pretty standard.
Yeah.
These two, I feel like, are a little bit more unique. Maybe just in my household.
Yeah,
but these weren't the favorites in my house.
So one of the choices today I did have from time to time growing up, the chocolate crinkle cookies.
I love my mom's chocolate crinkle cookies.
Yeah. And your other choice today is a cookie, I did not grow up having, Snickerdoodles.
So my mom has made both of these, but she always made way more of the other cookies, and these were kind of like left behind. But I'll tell you what, a chocolate crinkle cookie that is made correctly and it's soft when you break into it.
Gotta be soft.
It's so good. So I have to go with chocolate crinkle. It just reminds me of childhood.
Yeah, I'm gonna side with you on this. I know that
Wow.
we should probably pick opposite sides, but I can't.
Well, that would
go
be a
against-
lie. We can't do that.
No, integrity is what this radio station was built on.
Cookie integrity.
Cookie integrity. Yeah, chocolate crinkle for me all the way. Although Snickerdoodle is the more fun cookie name to say.
Oh, absolutely. It's way more fun.
I kind of feel like that. Kansas City Chiefs coach Andy Reid in that insurance commercial. Bundlerooski, doo.
I have no idea what you were talking about right now.
Snickerdoodle, Snickerdoodle Skoo.
Please stop.
Okay. There are some people out there that know what I'm talking about, hopefully.
That's enough of that. So, yes, today is a cookie question for our 12 days of questions.
Snickerdoodle Skoo.
And there will be two other This or That Thursdays that fall in our 12 days of questions. But get ready because we have a bunch of other questions asking you about the year 2024 coming up every day until is it the 20th?
20th of December will be our last one.
Okay.
So, here we go. Head to the K-Hawk Facebook page. Tell us about what your choice is. Like for Snickerdoodle. Snickerdoodle. And give us a heart for the chocolate crinkle McCoo.
Okay.
All right. I'll stop making up names. Sorry.
I would love if you did
I
that.
really need you to watch that Andy Reid commercial, though. It's so funny.
Okay.
Braden Cortland on This or That Thursday on 98.1 Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Parmalee and Gonna Love You. It's Braden Cortland on a Thursday morning, and we are going to be giving away more tickets now to go see Alison Krauss in Union Station. They're going to be back in Cedar Rapids in 2025, and we're giving away tickets this week playing Two Truths and a Lie.
So Brain's come up with 3 facts, and then he changed one of them to make it a lie, and you just have to figure out which one that is. And I like to give you credit when you do it, because remember that one time when you forgot to turn one of them into a lie, and they were all facts?
It was the new game called 3 Truths, No Lie. Good luck winning that game.
So we made sure that, yes, one of these is a lie today.
I learn typically from my errors.
Are you ready?
I am.
All right, here we go. Number 1, she began studying the violin at age 12. Number 2, she loved roller skating and chose a music career over roller derby.
Okay.
Or number 3, her first album with rock legend Robert Plant won 5 Grammy Awards.
All right, one of those is a lie. Okay, it has been changed just a bit.
Number 1, she began studying the violin at age 12. Number 2, she loved roller skating and chose a music career over roller derby. Or number 3, her first album with rock legend Robert Plant won 5 Grammy Awards.
Which one of those is a lie? Caller 10 gets to guess first. If you're right, you're going to see Alison Krauss. 365-3698 or hit the call us button now on your 98.1 K-Hawk app. Morning. Braden Cortland warming things up, or we're trying to anyway, giving away tickets to go see
What are we doing to warm people
Alison Krauss. I don't know.
Here, come wear my coat.
We're snuggling virtually.
Hey, Hawk, good morning. You are caller number 10. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Dixie, Cedar Rapids.
All right, here are your 3 facts one more time.
Number 1, she began studying the violin at age 12. Number 2, she loved roller skating and chose a music career over roller derby. Or number 3, her first album with rock legend Robert Plant won 5 Grammy Awards.
Which one is the lie?
Number 2.
Number 2 is right.
Isn't that so shocking, though?
It could have been Alison Krauss, roller derby queen. K-Hawk, good morning. Welcome to Two Truths and a Lie. Who's this and where are you calling from?
This is Brian from Cedar Rapids.
All right, Brian, here we go.
Number 1, Allison began studying the violin at age 12. Number 2, she loved roller skating and chose a music career over roller derby. Or number 3, her first album with rock legend Robert Plant won 5 Grammy Awards.
Which is the lie?
Number 1.
Yeah.
Number 1 is a lie.
She started way younger than 12.
Age 5.
That's
Can you believe
insane.
that?
I can't get a 5-year-old to do anything.
No. Hey, congratulations. You got tickets to go see Allison Krauss at Union Station.
Sounds great.
Nice job.
Sometimes I'll look over at the gym and see the kids' jiu-jitsu class and just think, how? How does anyone get 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds
Yeah, that age,
to
it's
follow any directions at all? It's
hard
amazing.
to get them to do anything.
Let alone learn the violin,
I
an
just-
incredibly difficult instrument.
I've seen Allison Krauss several times in concert, and she's amazing, but never once did I look up on Cedar Rapids number 1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Shabuzi and a bar song. Good morning, it's Brady and Cortland. It's the holiday shopping season, and I just feel like Nike has missed out on the golden goose. And yes, I just called Caitlin Clark a golden goose. I apologize if that offends her. But Nike signed her to this huge endorsement deal when she left the University of Iowa, was drafted by the Indiana Fever into the WNBA. And we all were like, okay, all right, Nike, wow us.
Give us the shoes.
Give us the Caitlin Clark signature shoe. And of course, it didn't happen. And we continue to wait for it. Asia Wilson from the Las Vegas Aces got her own signature shoe, which I argue was long overdue. She's a 2-time MVP. She deserves her own shoe. Nike finally gave her a shoe. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Caitlin's got to be next. And now I found out that on Saturday, Nike will be releasing the first ever NIL athlete to release a Nike PE shoe. And what that stands for is a personal edition.
Oh, I always think of it as physical education.
You'd be right most of
Gym
the time.
class shoes.
And that would be UConn basketball star Paige Beckers. And she's fantastic. And she's probably going to be the number 1 pick in next year's WNBA draft. And she's getting her own shoe. Now, it's not a signature shoe. It's an already existing Nike basketball shoe, but she was involved in every single part of its design. And the shoe even features her nickname, which is Buckets. She gets lots of buckets.
Oh, I like that.
It features her nickname on the shoe itself. And so a lot of basketball and women's basketball fans are like, okay, cool. This is great. Another female athlete getting their own shoe. But everyone's like, wait a minute. Perhaps maybe we could give the biggest women's basketball star in the world her own shoe.
Well, you were telling me yesterday all of these stats involving Caitlin Clark and what she's done and how much money she's made for the WNBA this year, and it's pretty astounding.
So according to studies, she is responsible for 26% of the WNBA's league-wide activity for the year. That includes attendance, merchandise, and television ratings.
That's one person with over a quarter of that money.
A recent study said that 1 in every 6 WNBA tickets sold last year can be connected to a Caitlin Clark basketball game. So either they were Fever games or they were the Fever on the road playing in another city. 1 in 6 tickets sold last year were to see Caitlin Clark.
And then
Nike!
you still have not given her a shoe.
Nike, what are you doing?
Right before the holidays.
Right, but can you imagine if they'd have dropped these babies on Black Friday? The internet would have gone, it would have blown up. It would have blown up.
She would have broke the internet.
At least one of my daughters would have been like, Dad, I want the Caitlin Clark shoe.
And then you would have been stuck in a line on the website for like 2.5 hours.
There's no way. There's no way they're going to be able to make enough of these shoes on initial release to meet the demand. So I feel like we have been waiting and been waiting patiently. And I just thought that maybe the holiday shopping season would be the time when Nike would drop this, but not yet. So I hope they do before the WNBA season begins in 2025. Or else what are we doing? What are you doing, Nike? Why'd you sign her to the deal? I went on Nike's website and I searched Caitlin Clark.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I went to Nike's website and I sent them a complaint.
I'm going to send them
a strongly worded email.
Sternly worded letter. No, I went on Nike's website and you just do a simple search for Caitlin Clark and you come up with a couple of, you can get Indiana Fever jerseys. You can get Indiana Fever t-shirts.
They're really trying to build up the anticipation.
They're I almost said a bad word. They're not building up anticipation. They're building up my level of annoyance. Come on,
Same
Nike.
thing.
Come
Thin
on.
line between anticipation and annoyance.
Okay? Just release the shoe. Give us the shoe. Okay? And then give us like a Hawkeye version, a Hawkeye colorway, and then an Indiana Fever colorway. You could do so many things. Do I have to explain it?
I think they probably have things in the works.
Prove it! Okay, I'm done yelling. It's Braden Cortland on 98.1 K-Hawk.
K-Hawk, good morning. You are caller number 10.
Yes!
Yeehaw, what is your name?
Lorna?
Lorna, congrats. You've got a pair of tickets to Bulls, Bands, and Barrels coming back to downtown Cedar Rapids on February 1st.
Thank you very much.
Nice job, Lorna. Bulls, Bands, and Barrels in Cedar Rapids in February. Of course, bull riding, bull fighting, barrel racing, and a concert from Treaty Oak Revival. Another chance to win tickets coming up tomorrow morning. We'll do it early. Right around 6:10 on Friday on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Here's the latest on the singers who bring us America's music. It's Braden Cortland's Country Quickies on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Well, listen, I prefer my country singers non-injured and upright, and that's unfortunately not how Ronnie Dunn is feeling. He's 72, but apparently he still loves to ski. And according to a post on social media, Ronnie showed a photo of his heavily bandaged leg. And the caption reads, quote, "Changing these lyrics from I don't dance with anybody but you to I probably shouldn't ski anymore at 72. 8-week vacation." So no word on the severity of the injury, but
Doesn't sound like a fun vacation.
not really, no. They say, though, that fortunately the 8-week timetable means Ronnie should be all set to go when Brooks and Dunn return to the road in March of 2025. So take it easy, Ronnie. We want to see you on stage.
Absolutely. So I don't think anybody, except maybe a Rolling Stone, can argue that 2024 was the year of country music.
Yeah.
The conversations surrounding the genre, both good and bad, led to it gaining a sizable new following. And with the 2024 Spotify Wrap dropping yesterday, users everywhere are diving into their listening statistics. A rep from Spotify said that the monthly streams for the country genre increased by 20% globally in 2024 compared to the previous year. He said, quote, "Country's evolution into a genre that's not a monolith, but embracing wildly different musical influences has created something that unpredictably connects with anyone interested in good music." Now, in case you're wondering, that's an increase of over 700% in monthly American streams for country music since 2019. 700%. Data also shows that Post Malone and Morgan Wallen's duet, I Had Some Help, resulted in an 820% increase in discoveries and first-time listens among country listeners.
It's a gateway song.
It really is.
Yeah. The finale of The Voice is coming up on NBC. Excuse me, and it will have a country flavor to it. First of all, Riley Green and Ella Langley
Love it.
are going to be singing their hit song, You Look Like You Love Me. No surprise there. Other performers tonight will include Dan and Shay, Kelly Clarkson, Snoop Dogg collaborating with Sting, and also Tears for Fears on The Voice finale on NBC next Tuesday.
And finally, country stars. You know they love their pets just as much as we do.
Absolutely.
And Kelsey Ballerini is giving fans an update on her famous pup, Dibs. In a recent round of Ask Me Anything with her fans on Instagram, she said that Dibs is hanging tough as he continues to undergo chemotherapy. She said, quote, "Truthfully, his original prognosis was 4 months. That was 4 months ago. But he's still steady and happy, so every day is a gift, and I'm a little extra grateful we get the holidays together this year." She also shared a photo of Dibs posing with a bandana that reads, "Kicking Cancer's Tail." Kelsey adopted Dibs, who's a doodle, back in 2015, naming him after the hit song from her debut album. In August, she revealed his terminal cancer diagnosis, but we are happy to hear that he is beating the odds.
You know, a lot of times these pets that country stars have, I mean, they're companions on the road. A lot
Yeah.
of times leaving family at home.
They
This
come
is-
on the bus.
Yep, this is their tour companion. So those are your country quickies this morning. It's Braden Cortland on 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids #1 for new country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Thomas Rhett and Beautiful as You. Braden Cortland, good morning. One of the most popular Mexican franchised restaurants, at least here in the Midwest, back when I was young in the 80s and 90s, was Chi-Chi's. Do you remember Chi-Chi's restaurants?
I do, and here's why. My father was actually a bartender at Chi-Chi's.
That is unreal.
I have a photo of him that my mom gave me in a full cow costume, udders and all.
Excuse me?
Making a drink behind the bar at Chi-Chi's on a Halloween.
Okay. Isn't that crazy? The unbeknownst connection to your family and Chi-Chi's restaurants.
Plus, they still sell Chi-Chi's salsa in stores, do they not?
They still have. The restaurants ended up going through bankruptcy and
after 30 years. I mean, it was in business for a long time.
Yeah, there was a location, I know, the one in Cedar Rapids was right along Collins Road. I ate there many a time. And now, apparently, Chi-Chi's is on the way back. The son of the original owner of Chi-Chi's restaurant says that he'll be opening restaurants again under the Chi-Chi's name in 2025. And at least the first locations will be opening just to our north in Minnesota, which is where the restaurants originated back in 1976.
Interesting.
So it's safe to assume, I would think, since they're originating in Minnesota, I bet they'll come to Iowa here fairly soon if he has initial success with those Chi-Chi's restaurants.
Yeah, I think it's a
Minnesota.
nostalgia thing. You know, people remember it fondly, and then they maybe don't remember why they all closed their doors, which you were telling me about. I had no idea why the restaurant just shut down abruptly, but it was because of a health issue, right?
So apparently in 2003, and I had completely forgotten this as well, and they had gone through financial difficulties before, but this was the final straw. They had bad green onions at Chi-Chi's restaurants that led to the largest hepatitis A outbreak in American history.
That's insane.
Okay, hundreds were sickened.
But that's not really Chi-Chi's fault, is it? I mean, who supplied them with the green onions? They didn't grow them themselves.
Yeah, it's not like that was going on at every Chi-Chi's restaurant. It's not like the restaurant gave the onions the illness and the germs. But
yeah, but that could kill a business real quick.
Yeah, and it did. That was the final straw for Chi-Chi's. So hopefully they have things straightened out. So listen, I'm going to tell you this story. When I think I was a sophomore in high school, there was a senior foreign exchange student from Mexico, and his name was Fernando Gonzalez, super nice kid, and he and I got to be pretty close friends for his 1 year at Anamosa High School. And he came with me once with my family over to Cedar Rapids, and we were driving down Collins Road, and Fernando saw the big sign that says Chi-Chi's Mexican Restaurant and laughed out loud. And I said, "What is so funny?" And he goes, "You have a restaurant named Chi-Chi's?" And I go, "Yeah, it's got pretty good food. I mean, I don't know if it's authentic
try the
Mexican."
salsa.
Yeah. And he goes, "Yeah, in we're back where I come from." He said Chi-Chi's is actually a slang for something. And so I said, "Well, what does it mean where you come from?" And he just, he got real shy and everything. And so he told me, and I was just like, "Oh man, that's funny. I wonder if anybody knows that's what it's slang for." So Google it, kids, if you want to know what Chi-Chi's is slang for.
to Google it.
I'm not. The kids are in school. I'm telling their parents to Google it. It doesn't matter. Chi-Chi's is coming back no matter what it means. Go ahead. I want to see how
upper female body part or parts.
I want to see how you phrase this.
That's the best I can do.
Well done.
An upper female body parts. I don't know.
You know why we're not?
That would be a very different establishment. He probably did not think it was a restaurant.
Yeah, God knows what he would have thought if we'd have driven by a Hooters at that point in time. Wait a minute. Anyway, read more about the comeback of Chi-Chi's on the 98.1 K-Hawk app.
Don't say both, and don't say either one. It's this or that Thursday on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Brain and Cortland on a Thursday morning, and we had a cookie battle on a this or that Thursday. And also, by the way, it's also day one of our 12 days of questions.
Yeah, we didn't plan it like this. It just so happened to fall on a this or that Thursday. So we'll get into some of our favorite things about the year 2024 tomorrow, but today we're just talking cookies.
Yeah, and it was Snickerdoodle against the chocolate crinkle cookie.
You and I both on Team Chocolate Crinkle because it's something that we remember fondly from our childhoods. But apparently we are in the minority this week, Brain.
Yeah, I claim it's just a funner cookie name to say. Snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodle won by quite a bit. We did have some people say both, but you know what that means? Now you get no cookies.
Oh.
No cookies for you.
Oh, coal in your stocking, too. How dare you?
So this or that Thursday. Come on.
Snickerdoodle School. I played Cortland the Andy Reid commercial, and she didn't think it was quite as humorous as I do, but
It's a lot.
Snickerdoodle. Snickerdoodle School. It's just a more fun name to say.
Okay.
Say it, Cortland. Say Snickerdoodle.
I believe you. I know that Snickerdoodle is a fun cookie name.
Yeah.
It may be the best cookie name, but it's not
could
my
be.
favorite Christmas cookie.
Yeah, no. I'm right there with you.
By the way, yesterday was National Cookie Day, so you can celebrate all week long if you want.
121 to 72.
72!
70. Look at what I've done. I've turned into a caricature of myself. 72. Snickerdoodle.
All right, we're done here.
Bundoodarooski-doo. All
not
right,
gonna have a
thanks for the
job
votes.
tomorrow.
By the way, 6:45 tomorrow morning, we'll have our second day of our 12 days of questions. Brandon Cortland on 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, #1 for new country, and your all-time favorites on a Throwback Thursday. Little Shania, Any Man of Mine. It's Brandon Cortland, and the Bulls, Bands, and Barrels are coming back to Cedar Rapids on February 1st. And we are giving away tickets. We've been giving away tickets all week long. One more chance to win them tomorrow morning.
Yes, you do, and it's going to be nice and early, so we figured we'd let you know right now that this contest is happening right around 6:10.
Yeah, and listen, Bulls, Bands, Barrels, breakfast. I don't know. Maybe you can mix in some other B terms. I don't know. Brush your teeth that early in the morning.
Bathe before you go to work?
Bulls, Bands, Barrels, bathing. Here's hoping. Your chance to win those tickets. Going to be a fun night in Cedar Rapids. Once again, bull riding, bull fighting, barrel racing, and then a concert from Treaty Oak Revival afterwards. Your chance to win tickets tomorrow morning at 6:10 at K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, #1 for new country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Coming home from Old Dominion. Brandon Cortland wrapping things up here on a Thursday.
Going home.
Going home is what that chunk
And never leaving my house for the rest of the day. No, that's a lie. I did make sure that I got all of the things I needed to do done earlier this week when it was a little warmer, like getting gas and getting groceries.
Yeah,
But, you still have to leave your house for other stuff.
you do. I mean, you don't have
Stinks.
to, but, you could. The good news is the winds have died down a bit and will continue to die down as the day moves along, but it looks cold.
Yeah.
It's sunny, but it just looks cold out
The
right
sun
now.
is a liar right now.
It is.
It's just
Deceiver.
there to make you feel safe, and then you walk outside and you just say, I hate this.
Yeah. Welcome.
Why do I live here?
Welcome to winter. All right. Holiday dad joke, though, to brighten our spirits here on a Thursday.
Hey, Brain.
Yeah.
Why does Santa have 3 gardens?
Why does Santa have 3 gardens? I don't know.
So he can ho, ho,
Oh,
ho.
for the love of... I don't know. Why did I not see that one coming? Why? Why, Santa? All right, back tomorrow morning, bright and early at 5 a.m. Until then, have a great day. So long.